Yeah, my name is RaviTeja. Basically, I'm working as a Telangana State Project Monitoring Unit for technical aspects for this particular scheme. And though we have many schemes available in India on day-to-day for the development of the farmers' income, this agriculture infrastructure fund is having uh, a special nature of affecting, like protecting the farmers' income and also improving the income of the farmers. So why this? Basically, to know about this particular scheme and this thing, AIF. Basically, it is Agriculture Infrastructure Fund. Nowadays, Agriculture Infrastructure Fund is more needed because of high post-harvest losses. What is this post-harvest losses? The post-harvest losses, like after the farmer have been producing the various commodity raw material, which is very useful to the human being day-to-day life. There is a huge post-harvest loss. If that is calculated, the amount which is known as the total amount of the wastage that farmer is giving is around 1 lakh crore, which is equal to the amount of the Indian economy, like the loan amount which is taken from the worldwide. So to stop these post-harvest losses, this scheme is first been introduced. Then also, why this is happening? So we need to know some other aspects. Why this agriculture infrastructure fund scheme is needed? Because the farmers do not have proper infrastructure. There is a huge gap in the infrastructure. Like, for example, the farmers use the labor in and around. To reduce that working capital and improve the farmer income, we need some drones, machineries, and some tractors. To the produce must be taken to the markets in a good quality and a safe zone. So to implement that, the government has given a PMU called NAPCONs, the government, like which is implemented by Ministry of Agriculture, where there is a huge infrastructure gap will be filled there. And then because of intermediaries, there is a no proper price, there is a no minimum support price is not given to the farmers because of the intermediaries. So to remove that intermediaries in between the farmers, and also to give a financial support to the farmers through long institutional funding from the bankers at lower rate, at very low rate of interest, and also to support slow technology, and because to support the technology in the farmers to the farmers and agriculture based commodities, this agriculture infrastructure fund is being introduced to the Indian government in each and every state. So basically knowing before going to the what is AF and what are the supports being giving to the farmers, this is being implemented by in all the states from the agriculture department of agriculture of all the states, and which is being keen thoroughly watched by Ministry of Agriculture through NAPCONs, and out of which, as mentioned, Indian government has given 1 lakh crore to the all states, out of which Telangana state is having 3075. Similarly, other states also will have the same similar amount. If, for example, if you are taking AP, 6,000 crore, and if you are taking some other states, you will have the allotted amount which is equal to the 1 lakh crore. So, for example, I have taken the example of Telangana state. It is the given amount to the farmers is 3075 crores. And going to the very important part of this Agri Infrastructure Fund, Meghana ma'am, am I here? Am I audible?
You are audible.
Yeah, thank you. Then going to this is the very important slide. So for this, if any farmer basically want to develop an infrastructure to stop this post-harvest losses and also to get benefit of the particular particular chapters, through banks. What happens? The farmer need to go to the bank. The bank is the main thing. After going to the bank, what happens? The banker says, if he want a loan, he gives at normal rate of interest. So let me know the farmers at what rate of interest they are getting the loans. Someone can respond, please. Hello.
Yes, sir.
May I know at what rate of interest the farmers are getting loans for combined harvesters or some any other? Like randomly, let me know the rate of interest they are getting if they are availing loan at 15, 10, 11 like that. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. So what happens is if a farmer want to take a tractor and if he want to avail that particular loan, the banker, for example, for a tractor, if a farmer want to take the loan, he take a loan of 20 lakhs. For the 20 lakhs, he give rate of interest of 10, 11, and 12 like that. So here this scheme guidelines gives any farmer can avail loan at rate of interest of 9. If it is 20 lakhs, he can take the loan of 9% at rate of interest of 9. Means it states that, for example, if I am taking a loan of 100 rupees, for that 100 rupees, the farmer, as a farmer, I have to pay 9 rupees rate of interest, 9 rupees to the bank. So this is fixed rate, fixed cap. What happens usually is if I take a loan in any bank, I get a rate of interest of 12, 13, 14. Means 12 rupees need to be paid every month to the banker. So here, if the farmer is taking a loan from Agri Infrastructure Fund, the banker must give loan at rate of interest of 9. Means for 100 rupees, if I am taking loan, for that 9 rupees only is the cap. From that 9 rupees, the government, the farmer applicants who are applying in Agriculture Infrastructure Fund will get an interest concession of 3 rupees. Means 9 minus 3, the farmer is going to pay only 6 rupees for this 100 rupees loan. Okay, this is the first benefit of Agriculture Infrastructure Fund. Nowhere you can take loan up to 2 CR capacity from this Agriculture Infrastructure Fund from any bank. For that 3 rupees will be interest concession for the rate of interest concession. So we call that as interest subvention. And second benefit of this Agriculture Infrastructure Fund is they can take CGTSME cover without any collateral security up to 2 CR. And for that particular CGTSME, they get a 1 to 3% of that fees will be paid from Agriculture Infrastructure Fund. So for the term loan or infrastructure, whatever you are taking. And the third very important thing is after taking this interest concession from that 100 rupees, you can apply for any subsidy. So different different activities are having different subsidy. So through this convergence, you can get any subsidy also with that. You will get two benefits from Agriculture Infrastructure Fund. One is you can apply by applying in Agriculture Infrastructure Fund, you get interest concession and also the subsidy through convergence. And after the farmer also can utilize this scheme for 25 different projects at for different locations up to 2 CR. I means 25 into 2, they get around 50 CR of project cost can be availed from this Agriculture Infrastructure Fund. And what are the eligible activities? For example, as I said, it is a agriculture based infrastructure fund. The first thing starts from the farm. So farmer can avail a tractor with 4 implements from the in the starting stage, and then it is followed by the produced commodity can be transferred from one place to another through supply chain e-management. They can hire a vehicle or they can also buy a vehicle and they can avail. Hello. Hello. Hello.
So I think there was a disturbance.
Hello. Is my voice any clear?
No, please clear.
Yeah. Yeah. So the farmer can avail a vehicle to transport the post-harvested commodity from the farm to the produced warehouse or cold storages or etc. And they can avail the loan through agriculture infrastructure fund, and also to store that particular commodity, the raw material or agriculture commodities in warehouses or cold storages. They can avail cold storage. For cold storages also they can avail the interest concession through this agriculture infrastructure fund, and they can also transport the fruits and vegetables through pack houses, ripening chambers. These are the two technologies for fruits and vegetables. And then the primary processing centers. What we call these primary processing centers means the primarily the raw material. For example, if you are taking any rice or maize or anything, they need to be primarily processed. So cleaning, grading, sorting, and drying, and hulling, dehusking, this type of things are called primary processing activities. So for that, they can avail this particular agriculture infrastructure fund. Not only this, for dal milling, for rice milling, maize milling, cotton milling, any agriculture activities for primary processing, they can avail this agriculture infrastructure fund. And then supply chain e-management, it is vehicle. You can purchase a vehicle. Solar panels also can be available for purchase of this particular motors or any grid. They can use this. And then smart and precision agriculture. To this category, you can avail artificial intelligence and drones, etc. can be purchased through this. Input seed processing units can be availed from this Agri infrastructure fund. And farm or harvest automation like combined harvesters can be availed from this. And purchase of sensors, blockchain, like this agriculture artificial intelligence can be utilized for this technology. And IoT techniques can be utilized to any machinery can be purchased to identify the spoilage of the microorganisms, spoilage of the vegetables. They can be availed from this. And these are some like honey processing, plant quarantine units, sericulture, etc. For all agriculture activities, they can use this Agri infrastructure fund for the purchase of infrastructure. And along with this, agriculture infrastructure has mainly focusing on like hydroponic farming using the water technology. Less water, they can, like in the small space utilization also, this farmer produce groups like FPOs, SHGs, JLGs can use this hydroponic, mushroom farming, vertical farming, aeroponic farming, polyhouse, and logistic facilities can be purchased through this Agri infrastructure fund. And then who are eligible for this? All, anyone, the small farmer to the highest Anil Ambani person also can utilize this particular scheme. Like I don't say particular name, but the person should be from agriculture background. It should be only, no animal based activities will be covered in this thing. So the farmers can purchase, FPOs can purchase, and a large business person can take purchase the infrastructure. Agriculture entrepreneurs like youth, individual owners, millets, startups can utilize this particular scheme for the purchase of agriculture machineries or infrastructure. So what is convergence? As I said initially, convergence means like, for example, if I'm taking a loan for 100 rupees loan through agriculture infrastructure fund, for this 100 rupees, government, according to the government norms, they have to charge at 9%. So the banker will accept that. You will get 3% interest concession. For that, the farmer will pay only 6 rupees. For 100 rupees loan, they pay 6 rupees. And along with that, the government also through this scheme, it also gave information to the bankers or the farmers, stating that for the 100 rupees they can get a subsidy also. Like for example, if I'm taking a loan, like if I'm taking a horticultural loan to for cold storage, so the if for example the cost of the cold storage is 100 rupees. For that, if I'm applying in Agri Infrastructure Fund, I get at 9% rate of interest. I pay only 6 rupees. 3 rupees will be paid by the government if you are applying through this scheme. And for that 100 rupees, you are giving only 6 rupees. And for that 100 rupees, 35 to 50% of the subsidy also can be availed from the scheme. Means you are getting two benefits. First is interest concession, and second one is subsidy also can be availed from this particular scheme. And this is the first scheme is the convergence schemes are. Hello. మీ వాయిస్ బ్రేక్ అవుతుంది. యువర్ వాయిస్ is not clear, please. Sir, your voice is not clear, sir. I couldn't understand that. Can you please message? Sir, 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 please message చేయండి. మీ వాయిస్ బ్రేక్ అవుతుంది.
Atama.
Sir, please
Hello?
continue, sir. I have muted them, sir.
Okay. So then followed by like this is first scheme is SMAM scheme. This is for the horticultural produce. If a farmer or any entrepreneur want to take cooling units, pack houses, ripening chambers, cold storages, they can utilize this submission on integrated development of horticulture. Means it is horticultural produce, any fruits, vegetables, etc. can be utilized for this subsidy scheme. They get around for 100 rupees, you are going to pay only 35, you will get a subsidy. Government will pay 35 to 50 rupees of that 100 rupees. That much percent can be availed subsidy. And then PM formalization, PMFME scheme. This is a popular scheme for food processing sector. So using this particular subsidy scheme, they can avail a 35% subsidy up to 10 lakh amount along with interest concession. Then this is for all food processing sectors. Examples are flour milling, rice milling, dal milling. Small units can be purchased. If it is a farmer produce organization, like any farmer produce organization, they get a subsidy of 35% up to 3 CR amount, 3 crore rupees can be availed subsidy. Then the next subsidy is submission on agriculture mechanization. This is 40% subsidy for custom hiring centers. The custom hiring center examples are tractors, combined harvesters, or agricultural machineries can be availed through this SMAM scheme. The subsidy with interest concession can be availed. And Govardhan Jal Shakti Yojana, for this is a water based or CNG based plants can be availed subsidy. And then followed by PMKSY. This is in a year time they get 35% capital subsidy for all primary processing centers. For basically for this scheme will be available in August and September. They get a highest subsidy of to 5 CR amount. This scheme is available only yearly once, that is in September to August. And then one more popular scheme is agriculture marketing infrastructure. This is NABARD based scheme. This is year long they can avail the subsidy scheme. So for according to this scheme guideline states that using this NABARD subsidy, they get 25% subsidy up to 25 lakh of amount for all open category and individuals for primary processing centers like rice mill, dal mill, cotton ginning mills, seed processing units, etc. can be availed for infrastructure based. And for godowns like warehouses, cold storage, they get around 50 lakh amount. That is also for 25 to 30% of subsidy can be availed through this Agri Marketing Infrastructure Fund. And then followed by integrated scheme on agriculture cooperation by NCDC. They can avail subsidy for this packs only. This is this is finance for packs only for primary agriculture cooperatives, and agro processing horticulture subsidies can be availed from this. And packs as MSC for only the packs, 4% interest concession can be availed from the packs. And RKVY, this is for the production agriculture activities and post harvest management activities. They get around 25% of subsidy, and then followed by operational greens. They get 50% subsidy for the vehicles, storage, e-marketing facilities, and post harvest station from the starting to from the farm to the gate. They can avail through operation greens. And then for the solarization, PM Kusum can be availed up to 50%, but basically Telangana state is providing only 30% subsidy. That is also in the component B and component C. They can avail solar pumping, solarization grid for the agriculture pump. And then one more popular scheme is PMEGP. The main concern of PMEGP is they have to get the subsidy is given to only the new applicants, not the old applicants. They get a subsidy of 35% in both infrastructure and service sector also. Initially, they have to apply in PMEGP, they get sanction, then they have to apply for the loan. And then for that loan, the sanction letter need to be submitted from PMEGP so that they can get a 35% of subsidy. So these are some of the examples. For example, if you are applying in Agri Infrastructure Fund scheme, the establishment cost, for example, these are some of the examples you can see for your better understanding. We have prepared this. The project cost is 25 lakh. For that, the beneficiary contribution means the own contribution. If for example, if I am taking an establishment of primary processing center, the project cost of my unit is 25 lakh, and for that my contribution should be 2.5 lakh, and the term loan should be 22.5, means 10% of the 10% should be my contribution. And for that, AF support, like 3% of the amount, which is equal to 2.47 lakh, can be returned through for every month of your total cost. And then the subsidy covered on this, covered for this primary processing is PMFME, NABARD, etc. Like PMFME, you get 35% of the amount. And if you are calculating that, you get a total support of 12.47 lakh will be paid from using this AF and subsidy scheme. And then warehouses. If the warehouse cost is, if I want to establish a warehouse, it is a cost of 4 CR. And for that 4 CR, the AF support you get is 21 lakh up to 7 years. And you get a subsidy of NABARD subsidy, you get 25% of subsidy as mentioned here. And this is solar modular thing, like they got a subsidy. The capacity is 10 lakh and 10 metric ton, and the unit cost is 15 lakhs. And through MIDS, they get a 35% subsidy along with interest concession. So this is a basically if you want to avail this particular scheme, you have to go to, it is available in the online. You have to apply through agriinfra.dac.gov.in. If you are going to that, the application opens, you have to register as an applicant, you get a beneficiary ID for that particular loan. After getting the beneficiary ID, you have to fill and apply on in online. You have to submit a DPR, detailed project report. What detailed project report is nothing but the person what you want to develop and what you want to do in your project. This is the thing. After submitting the application, it comes for the PMU, like project monitoring unit. It will be verified. After verification, we send the application to the your particular branch for approval and disbursement. After disbursement of your amount, you get a subsidy for every 3 months into your account. It is credited directly into your account. You can check through your statements. So similarly, if it is going to for any groups, if it is done in farmer produce organization, similarly the PACs or any group, JLGs or SHGs, can avail loan. They have to apply, register and apply in Agri Infra Fund loan. Then it will be verified by project monitoring unit. Then it is sent to the DCCB or your concerned state commercial banks for verification. After verification, the application is sent to the NABARD for the sanction. Then the sanction is sent to disbursement. Then after disbursement of your first term loan, you will get the interest concession for every 3 months. Then these are all the activities like we have listed out: APMC, Agri Marketing Corporation, banana ripening chambers, biostimulant, cashew processing unit, chili processing unit, cold storage, whatever the thing, the infrastructure can be purchased from Agri Infrastructure Fund. So at a very low rate of interest, and you can also avail subsidy along with interest concession. So how to apply this? You can like Agri, you can go through agriinfra.dac.in. You can type and apply online, or you can scan it. After scanning, you get a beneficiary registration like this. You can apply your name, mobile number, Aadhaar number are the main things. After you get an OTP, then you get a registration ID. Your registration ID and application number is generated. Then you have to give your own details. After giving your own details, you have to enter what subsidy scheme you want to avail. Like if it is a food processing, you can go for PMFME, or any agriculture based PMKSY, or horticulture based like fruits and vegetables MO NHB, like water based MO NRE, like you can avail the subsidy. After that, you can see the subsidy dashboard like this. Then you have to fill the columns. What is the, through with the help of your banker, you have to know what is the subsidy scheme, what is the sanction. You have to get a sanction letter, and what is the loan amount, what is the project cost, and what you want to do. Description need to be given like this, and what is your land status, and these are all your personal things. You need to fill this, and then after submitting, you get an application like this, like submitted. Then it is sent to the verification. After verification for the project monitoring unit and your bankers, you get a sanction letter like this, where you can see all the data, what is the status of that. And after sanctioning, you get you will know at what rate of interest. So as I mentioned, the banker has given a rate of interest of 8.45 in SBI. For that -3, 5.45 need to be paid by the farmer, and remaining amount will be paid by the government. And similarly, you can see the status at the bottom, what I have highlighted here. You can see this here. And then this is the final thing, you get a sanction letter. Then you can for any queries related to this, you can approach us. Like for Telangana state, we are the main NAPCONs, and for the national level also it is NAPCONs, which is NABARD Consultancy Services, which is under the Department of NABARD and Department of Agriculture and Government of Telangana. These are our contacts for the banking related things. The first number you can call them, and the technical based or any subsidy based activities, you can call this to the second number, or DPR based queries, you can call to the second number, or marketing based, you can call the third number. These are the thing. And for Telangana based, you can complain. If you are having any complaints or any queries, you can also mail to aftelangana@gmail.com. This is mainly monitored by the Commissioner, Agricultural Commissioner, and he will be seeing for every 15 days. So if you have any queries, you can just contact me through phone. So thank you so much, IIMR, for giving this opportunity, and thank you.